You know what I miss? The DC Animated Universe TV shows from the 90s. That was probably one of the coolest cartoons ever made. There was a few spin-off series. It started with Batman the Animated Series in 1990, and then it had Superman the Animated Series, Batman Beyond, and then I think Static Shock, and then Justice League and Justice League Unlimited. My favorite of all those would have to be Justice League Unlimited, but I miss this animated universe. The coolest part about the entire cartoon shows was the fact that they were all linked together and they were part of the same continuity. So it was kind of like a cartoon version of the DC cinematic universe, and it was just really awesome. The writing was good, the characters were awesome, and even though it was a kids show, there was still so many adult elements and real world kind of issues with the characters that had to deal with in the show, and it was awesome. And it was funny, the show was serious, everything about all the DC animated universe shows was great. They were fantastic. In fact, the writing was so good that in Batman the Animated Series, they actually got a theatrical release. Batman Mask of the Phantasm was in most theaters, and I think that was in 1992. So that was awesome. And honestly, when was the last time you saw a cartoon that was a part of a TV show? When has it ever really made it to the theaters? I can't really think of any other instance where that happened. But anyway, the problem now is they're not making any more cartoons. I know they've made quite a few shows since 2006, which that was when the last Justice League Unlimited episode aired, which was in 2006, 2007, somewhere around that point. But they've made Young Justice, Green Lantern, the animated series, and they've also made, I want to say, Teen Titans, and those were really the only three. The problem is they've canceled all the shows. Specifically Young Justice, that could have been the starting point for some spin-offs, and they could have had, spin-off shows, and then they could have had their own continuity, and maybe it could have been as good as the Timmverse, which is, the Timmverse is was what the fans named it, based off Bruce Timm, who is, honestly, he's the architect for the DC animated universe. But it's just really frustrating because, Young Justice was awesome, and they just decided to cancel it. And since they decided to cancel it, why aren't they producing any more cartoons? I've heard rumors that they're going to be working on a Justice League cartoon, but then again, I heard rumors 2 years ago as well, and then we got Young Justice. So, I don't know, maybe this is fact, but overall, they need to start doing this again, especially with the DC the DC Cinematic Universe movies coming out. They can have a animated cartoon kind of universe going off on the side, and then all the kids will want to watch that because of the fact that the movies are hopefully going to be awesome. So this is just the perfect time to come out with a new DC animated universe that is just as awesome as the Timmverse.